Chigs, you know what to do. We got him.
Everything up there. Whatever you say, Chigs go.
Oh man, you serious, Charleston White? Yo, how you gonna fumble the bag for yourself in Academics, man? So after Academics announced he was doing a comedy show with Charleston White, the tickets actually went live on sale. 2 days after the show was canceled, this comes after Charleston White went on a huge anti-Asian rant, which most of you guys know, if you're dealing with big companies, big corporations, this is a big no-no, no matter who you are. It's a difference from performing at local clubs versus performing at a Live Nation concert theater. Now, Akademiks went on his stream today to address the exact reason why the show was canceled. I'm gonna play that clip shortly for you guys, but it kind of seems like Ak did not disclose the full truth. Initially, a couple days ago, Ak said that no matter what, the show will go on with or without Charleston White, and now today he comes out saying he was given an ultimatum: remove Charleston White from the show and keep it going, or just not have the show. He decided not to have the show anymore. He also admitted that politicians called and also pressed Live Nation to have Charleston White removed from the show. I'm not going to call Akademiks a liar, but he definitely spun this. I think he saw Charleston White as a cash cow for his first show, but you can't try to do business with somebody like that, somebody who can be very, very radioactive. Here's Ak addressing why the show was canceled. So what you guys think about this, man? You guys believe it or not? Push comments below. Subscribe to my channel. Like this video. I'll see you guys later.
When we went out to do an event, there was many different ways to do an event. First way was certain companies which were trying to act like the promotion company were going to come to me with a deal. Basically saying, hey, we'll guarantee you, I don't know, $25,000, $30,000 or I don't know, $20,000. Who knows what they were going to do. I opted not. So we're going to do it at this other venue in New York. They were going to offer a package. I said, no, I want to be responsible for funding it. And if we lose, fuck it. Again, it's a passion thing of mine. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm not doing this to run up a bag. If anything, I'm probably going to lose and I'm probably paying the bag. But it's okay because I realize I want to do different things. Okay. Now let me just get to the cancellation, not to make it a long story. I paid Charleston White. I paid the venue. The venue is a Live Nation venue. I will tell you exactly what happened in 24 hours. By the time that video started going viral of Charleston White, which I won't play, saying something about the Asian community, if you don't know, there is a national bill signed into action that came and originated out of New York. New York and San Francisco, there is an anti-hate bill that got pushed. If you look on the, you gotta believe me, just search it up. Anti-Asian hate bill. There is a Democratic New York politician on it. So it's heavy out of New York. Also, there was many instances of that happening in New York. Okay, so it goes viral, and essentially what happened is the venue, which again is a Live Nation venue, they hit up my people, or really my assistant. It's like, yo, we understand that Ak was bringing someone here who seems to have some comments, blah, blah, blah. We were brought this, and let me be very clear, because I hear people trying to incorrectly say things. China Mac had zero to do with this event. Whether it happened or not, zero. There's politicians who basically made the call recently, and that is problematic. They called us and told us that. And for a few hours, we were levied with this decision. Right? How do you want to proceed? There was a possibility of just removing Charleston White off the event, but still having the event. But ultimately, after just, and this is, number one, because I know some of y'all thinking wins and losses so much. If y'all want to hear the win, quote unquote, yes, the fucking politicians called and had the venue say he's not performing. Facts, 100%. Now, the event possibly could have gone on, and the only thing I'll say is seemingly is mutual is that myself and the venue, like, we have a good relationship still, and they are refunding me. We entertained for a second the idea of a non-Charleston White event, but we both agreed that because the date is so closely associated with Charleston, and because we just don't want to perpetuate whatever that comes with it, let's reconsider. And if I'm going to do something there at another time, it will be separate. That's the truth. Y'all don't got to believe it. I know it plays good on the internet to think there's goons setting up. Those things don't matter. Like, there's something called New York police. Like, nobody cares about that. But absolutely, there was a severe cause of concern that there would be some propaganda of Asian hate spread, or I don't know, just spread at that event. And just for all parties involved, they canceled it. We canceled it. It's fine. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I think that was a reasonable, and by the way, I communicated this with Charleston White's team as well. So I communicated this with Charleston White's team. Like really early once we started seeing certain shit, I communicated with them to see if, maybe he would but Charleston was like, oh, it's cool. So, and that's the only thing I can say. Charleston White wasn't like, oh my God. He's like, all right, whatever, fuck it. We'll do this shit down south. He doesn't give a fuck, right? So again, to be made to the, and I'll make those considerations for the Asian people who do consume culture and consume content. If, the words of Charleston White did offend you, I will say I'm glad this event definitely didn't happen. Now I am in true belief that he wouldn't be coming to the event to say he doesn't like Asian people, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? If it would be considered hate speech if you're just blanketly saying you don't like a race. Now, I'm not here also to sit and analyze, because there's going to be some defenders of Charleston White or some people who just have no horse in the race to say, well, he says stuff about black people all the time. Why doesn't this not happen? And by the way, I will say this. I believe that if Charleston didn't say that, this event happens. So I don't care who is coming. If he doesn't say this about Asian people, I believe 100% the event happens, right? But again, there's a whole bill passed to protect the Asian people, and you have to understand what comes with that. So, they forced the removal of him, and then afterwards, we both agreed that the event is tainted. Like, I didn't have anything for the event anyway. Really, I was gonna host. My only part of it was gonna host, because at first it was gonna be a variety show with a bunch of creators. Then I realized, I'm like, well, Charleston's team literally told me that they have a hour-long set. So I said, wait, if you have an hour-long set, okay, this could work in just a comedy show. I'm gonna get a special guest and we're gonna have about a 2 to 3 hour show. You do, I'll be hosting them. In the meanwhile, we also do a meet and greet. And what else? And to be honest, which is also the part that might, I don't know, if you're trying to think about this logistically, fuck people up. No matter how horrible people say Charleston White is, after a day of being on sale, the first show was 70% sold out. So there's going to be 2 shows actually. So there's going to be an early show and a late show. And after the first day, the first show was 70% sold out. So there was clearly people definitely trying to see it. Now, have I thought about were they trying to see him, or just maybe they're just coming because they're chatting? I don't know, bro. But again, I'm not here upset or saying that this isn't the right decision. I think that Charleston White coming to New York City, I think he's later even expressed that he don't like New York at all. Well, he said that before, but he said he'd rather not do the show here. So it is what it is. You get what I mean? This shit. And when the person, I don't want to put their name out, the person at Live Nation is telling my assistant, like, yo, we're getting calls from politicians I mean, it's grand opening, grand closing. I'm sorry. You get what I mean? And they're like, yo, he just can't perform, right? The event or Live Nation was like, well, you got down to take him off? And we're like, yeah. They're like, well, do you want to still keep the show? No, just cancel the whole thing. Okay?